Given the facts regarding drinking and driving, and the staggering number of lives this crime affects each year, we all should do whatever it takes to prevent drunk driving. You and your family or friends are driving to a ball game, a movie, a nice dinner, or some other activity that you all enjoy. You are talking, laughing, and having a good time together. It's been a long time since you have been able to have a fun day with your loved ones and the people you enjoy spending your time with. You are driving responsibly and following the traffic laws and paying attention to what's going on around you. Then it happens. The car traveling at a high rate of speed enters the intersection you are driving through, hitting the driver's side of your vehicle. There is extensive damage to your car, but there is more damage to the people inside. Of the 4 people inside your vehicle, 2 are dead on impact, and 2 are now in the fight for their lives that will last for years to come. The person who struck your car is out of the vehicle in a matter of minutes, and besides some minor scratches and bruising, is basically unhurt. You have just been in an automobile accident with a person who was driving under the influence of alcohol. Your lives and theirs have changed forever. Today I will tell you what driving impaired is, the potential hazards of driving impaired, and the potential consequences that are associated with driving impaired. My name is Lucas Pace. I am a ranger specialist with the Muskegon Watershed Conservancy District. I have 13 years experience as a law enforcement officer and have personal insight into the crime of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. First thing I want to do is take a look at what my home state of Ohio considers driving under the influence to be. First, let's look at a statistic we can live without. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration in 2010, there were 32,885 people who died from vehicle crashes. Of those 32,885 people, 10,220 of them were killed as a result of someone drinking and driving. In the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Revised Code, as well as almost the entire country, the legal limit for driving a vehicle is 0.08 blood alcohol concentration per 200 liters of breath sample. A 0.08 BAC in an average sized man can be obtained by drinking 7 beers or 7 shots of an alcoholic beverage. If a person fails a standardized field sobriety test and refuses to submit a test prescribed by an officer, that person may still be charged with the operation of a vehicle while intoxicated. This is solely based on the officer's observations, including the initial violation, which is probable cause for the traffic stop, personal contact with the person, the officer's observations while interacting with the person upon personal contact, the results obtained from the standardized field sobriety tests, and statements obtained in video evidence of the stop or contact. Now we will look at the potential hazards of driving under the influence. I believe the number one and the biggest hazard is the potential to cause or be involved in a traffic crash while driving under the influence. We can look back at the 10,228 deaths in 2010 associated with someone drinking and driving and being involved somehow in a traffic crash. Another potential hazard is physical harm to you and others, property damage, death of parties involved, whether it's the OVI offender, other drivers, passengers, bystanders, pedestrians, doesn't matter. As an OVI offender, you're a hazard to everyone. Now I want to tell you the potential consequences of driving under the influence. I have personal insight as a peace officer and have seen firsthand the consequences associated with this dangerous and foolish act. One possible consequence of driving under the influence is the possibility of being pulled over for a moving violation or a equipment violation, and subsequently being prosecuted as an OVI offender. Typically in Ohio, on a person's first conviction for OVI, there is mandatory jail time or alcohol interdiction classes, counseling, mandatory fines, and the loss of driving privileges. On subsequent OVI convictions, the sentencing becomes enhanced, meaning there's stiffer penalties, stiffer fines, stiffer jail time, and other enhanced techniques. The second thing I want to point out is the potential for severe injuries when there's a traffic crash caused by someone driving under the influence. The third thing I want to point out is the potential cost for property damage due to a traffic crash caused by someone driving under the influence of alcohol. And one of the last things I want to point out as a potential consequence of driving under the influence is loss of human life. It really doesn't matter who gets killed. It could be the OVI offender, innocent bystanders, or the passengers in a vehicle. The loss of a loved one is hard for anyone to deal with. When we're gone, we're gone. There's no do-overs, no reset buttons, and when it comes to tragedies that can be prevented, such as those associated with driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. In closing, today I talked to you about what driving under the influence is, the potential hazards of driving under the influence, and the consequences associated with driving under the influence. If you're going to drink and drive, if you're going to drink, don't drive. 10,228 is a number we can live without. Thank you.